He's the pastor of Bethel Baptist Church in Nassau, Bahamas, and one of the heads of the Progressive National Baptist Convention. Dr. Timothy Stewart joins us. Thank you so much for staying with us, Doc.
Thank you so much once again.
Now, there's so much we can talk about, given that we haven't seen each other in so long, but you pastor one of the longest running Baptist churches in the Caribbean, if not the longest running. The church started when?
The church started in 1790. We celebrated 225 years.
Goodness. So in terms of the Bahamas itself, what's the life of the church like? Are you very involved in be it the politics or the social changes happening in the Bahamas? How has that been in your tenure?
Well, under my tenure, for the last 33 years, we have definitely played a major and outstanding role in the total social fabric of the nation. As a matter of fact, one of the pastors before me, Dr. H.W. Brown, he almost played the role in the Bahamas as Martin Luther King played in the United States of America.
Wow.
Not so much as it relates to civil rights, but his impact with regards to a lot of the growing liberties and movements in the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. He was very instrumental, and primarily, because he was the pastor of the oldest Baptist church in the country and the oldest continuing Baptist church in the entire Caribbean.
Now, you yourself, I know of your work in the Caribbean, but for most people, when they think of Nassau, Bahamas, they think Miles Monroe.
Definitely.
Now, on traveling to your country, I discovered that the man who's the father of the man was one of your pastors.
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, I pastored quite a number of members of the family, but the father...
That's the Monroe family.
Dr. Monroe, the late Dr. Monroe's father, Reverend Matthias Monroe, has been an associate minister of Bethel Baptist Church, I guess almost 40 years, or about close to 50 years. He's still now my senior associate minister at the church.
At the age of 90-something?
At the age of, I think he's 92.
Wow.
Yes, so he's doing well.
So let me ask about your work and your family, because apart from the church, your family life is entrenched in the life of the Bahamas. I mean, you've got people in your family who are doing great things in government and beyond. What price have you paid yourself to, because you could have been a senior official in government, you could have been in business, but you chose ministry, and we look at you and think, wow, this great man of a Progressive Baptist convention and all the traditions that come with that. But there's been some personal prices that you've paid yourself.
Well, no doubt about it. First, I want to commend you and thank you for such commendation that you've paid me just now. But you are definitely correct. In order to be faithful to the legacy of the church that probably was the most leading church as it relates to the social revolution of the Bahamas. Mm. To be faithful to that legacy requires a lot. I do not have the luxury of approaching the pastorate casually. Mm-hmm. There are a whole lot of people who are still looking to us for that kind of unselfish, progressive leadership. Right. And so what that meant was that a whole lot of my personal ambitions and goals literally had to be sacrificed so that so that I can play the kind of authentic role in ministry that God requires now to provide an inspiration for so many people. I want persons to say, I believe Pastor Stewart is authentic.
Let me ask you, though, going forward, because your role is not just, as we said, not just in the Bahamas. The Progressive Baptist it's a worldwide organization. I know Progressive Baptists in the UK who you lead, and lots of them in America who you lead. What does the future hold for Timothy Stewart? Because for some, they'll suggest that, you know, in the batting order, you know, you should be winding down now, but you're still flying around the world preaching the gospel. What does the next 5 years hold for Timothy Stewart?
Well, the Progressive National Baptist Convention provides an awesome, almost global opportunity for myself within the fabric of that body. I serve currently as the first vice president, the first non-American to serve in that capacity. And if it is the Lord's will, and I'm elected 2 years from now, it will be an historic occasion where, for the first time, you would have a non-American actually leading that body or any other national convention in the United States of America.
Now, just so we know, that body's from where we get the likes of Dr. Martin Luther King and others.
That body was Dr. Martin Luther King, the late Dr. Martin Luther King's spiritual home. Oh. Also, we've had leaders like Dr. Gardner Calvin Taylor, Dr. Charles Adams, and I can just go on and on naming, you know, outstanding, powerful, impact movers and shakers of this age.